Hey guys, Miss Archuleta here. I am going to show you how to perfectly set up a document in MLA format. So if you forget, you need a quick reminder, this will be here on Google Classroom for you to use. So the first thing you want to do is open a new Google Doc. Now, many times if this is for an assignment online, you're going to open the document through the assignment in Google Classroom. No problem. Just know you need a Google Doc for it. So here we go. The first thing you do when you open your document is change your font, and the font needs to be Times New Roman 12-point font. Okay, so there are no variations that I accept. Some teachers might accept Arial, like in college, but for our purposes, always Times New Roman. Okay, the next thing you want to do is spacing, double space. Now, the thing I want to tell you about spacing is a lot of people like to just type their essay or type their document, whatever it is, when it's still single spaced, and then they like to double space it afterwards. That's dangerous because if it's automatically set up for maybe 1.15 and then you go and double space it afterwards, then it's going to be a lot bigger than double space. So you have to be careful. All right, moving on. So we've set up our font, Times New Roman, 12-point font. We've created double spacing. And now we're going to go to Insert, Header and Page Number. Click on Header. You see it opens the header. Now, the cursor for me is in the perfect spot as far as from the top of the page, right? So it needs to be ½ inch down from the very top. It cannot, if your cursor is blinking right here, it's in the wrong spot. You have to press Enter one time. Okay, so make sure you do that. Now, you need to align it to the right. Here's our right align. Please make sure that you don't just click Tab or Space until you get to where you think it is right aligned. Always use the alignment keys up here, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is type your last name. So, oops, nope, that's wrong. I need to be in Times New Roman 12-point font. It's different in the header because I didn't set up the header yet. So again, make sure Times New Roman 12-point font. Almost messed it up already. All right, here we go. So I'm going to type my last name. So you're going to type your last name. Page. Oh, excuse me. Type your last name. Then you want to space. Go to Insert again. Header and page number. Click page number. And it's this one right here because you want the number in the top right after your name. Okay? Please make sure you don't just type a 1 in there because if you do that, then every page will be page 1 and you haven't technically set up your document in correct MLA format. Okay, so I've clicked right below out of my header, so I'm no longer in my header, right? So when you're in the header, this line will show up. Just click right below it, and you're going to start with author info. So the author of the assignment, that's you. You're going to write your first and last name. Click Enter one time, and you're going to write your teacher's name. That's me, Mrs. Archuleta. Click Enter one time, and now you're going to type the name of your class. So I'm going to go with Advanced English 10. Now, if you're in an AP Literature and Composition, you're going to write that. If you're in Advanced English 9, you're going to write that. But don't abbreviate anything, okay? Write out your whole title of the class. Next, you're going to put the date. So today's date for me is the 17th of June. So always start with the day. Now, if today was the 7th of June, then I would need to make sure I put a 0 there so that I have double digits. Okay, so you need a 2-digit day. So let's just keep it at June 7th, June 2019. Whoops. And that is our author's info. Press Enter one time. And now we're going to go back up here to center align. And this is the title. Now, you'll notice that I didn't click Enter more than once. It's double spaced, it's Times New Roman, it's 12-point font, there's no underline, it's not bold, it's not italic. So you need to make sure that your title looks exactly like this. Also, the first word and all the main words in your title are capitalized. The smaller words are not, and that's how yours should be, okay? Another note about titles is it should be concise and it should be relevant to whatever you are writing about. So let's change mine to make it relevant. MLA Format. Okay, so that's my title. It's concise, it's relevant. All right, I've clicked Enter one time. I'm going to align to the left, and then I'm going to press Tab one time to indent. So press Tab once to indent every paragraph. Start typing. Okay. So now you have your document set up in perfect MLA format. Now, if any of this was confusing for you, if you need help, make sure you come to tutoring and I will be happy to help you. All right.